Hello, welcome back. My name is Izzy, and today's practice is going to be a restorative yoga practice. You might want to bring some things along. If you have a bolster, amazing. If not, you can grab a cushion, a pillow, maybe a couple, and then just a blanket. Other than that, make sure you're in something super cozy and you're ready to chill out. Let's practice. So wherever you are, just come down to a comfortable seat, however you prefer, and we'll just begin by closing down the eyes, taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we'll just acknowledge the traditional South Asian originators of the deep spiritual practice of yoga, and give thanks to all the yogis who have passed this practice down for thousands of years so that we might be here practicing today. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and then we will all make our way down to extended child's pose. Now this is going to be a supported child's pose, so you can grab your bolster or whatever you're using as a bolster. We'll bring the knees out wide, feet are nice and close. Our bolster is about midway down the thighs, and then we're just gonna fingertips to walk the hands out and start to rest the belly, the chest and the head onto our bolster. Now you might come down to the forehead, or you might just come onto one cheek, whatever feels comfy for you today. And then we'll start to just land here on the mat, coming into the space you're in, noticing any sounds, noticing the earth rising up to meet your body, palms, the arms, the knees, the belly, the weight of the body just resting on the earth. Bringing ourselves into presence in the room. Perhaps we have come to this practice today because we're feeling a little tired or worn out, or just in need of some nourishment. And the first step on that path is really just to check in with our body, see where we're at, so that we can better listen, respond, and give ourselves what we need. So just take a few moments here of silence with yourself, and just notice what you're coming to the mat with today. Not judging it as good or bad, just noticing, listening. And then from that place of connection with yourself, you might set an intention for the practice. Why did you come to your mat today? And then start to connect a little deeper to that breath, the rhythm of the inhale And the exhale. The breath that will be the anchor for our practice today. Just starting to listen in. Anchoring our attention on the inflow and outflow of the breath. And then taking a big, deep inhale, fill the belly, feel it press against the ground beneath you. Exhale to release and feel the whole body soften. 2 more just like that. Deep inhale. Exhale, soften. 1 last time. Deep inhale. And exhale, soften. Start to press into the hands, lift the head, the chest, the belly. Start to walk the hands back in. Then we'll just move whatever props you've been using to one side for now. We'll walk the hands back out to a tabletop, but coming into a bit of a wide tabletop. So the knees can be a bit wider than the hips, the hands can be a bit wider than the shoulders. Really spread the fingertips. From here, we'll inhale and start to scoop the chest to the front right corner of the mat. Then to the left. And then as we exhale, start to round through the spine. Take it to the back left, back right. So inhale, drop the chest, drop the belly, go right to left. Exhale, round the spine all the way back, left to right. So moving in a circle here, and we're also following the breath. We're starting to get some spinal flexion as we move through this kind of circular cat-cow motion. And maybe you start to close the eyes and once again connect in, anchor in to the rhythm of the breath. And start to feel into this movement. Take your circle in the other direction. Just moving gently. There's no rush today. We do want to get the body moving a little to begin with, just so we can warm up our joints, so that when we come to sit in our postures for a little longer, then we're not injuring ourselves. Come back to center, walk the knees in just a touch, tuck the toes under, take a big inhale, and as you exhale, press the hips up and back, downward facing dog, drop the heels. Inhale again to allow the knees to drop out wide, and exhale, untuck the toes and sit back, extended child's pose. Inhale to rise to that tabletop, tuck the toes under. Exhale, press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the knees. Exhale, extended child's pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, tuck the toes, press the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, drop the knees. Exhale, extended child's pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Cycle through those one more time. Inhale, drop the knees. Exhale, extended child's pose. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then all the way down, inhale, drop the knees. Exhale, take it back. Extended child's pose. Maybe you walk the palms out and allow the forehead to melt gently down to the earth. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. From here, start to swim those right fingertips underneath the left arm and come to lie on your right cheek. Take a deep breath in, feel the scapula, the upper back body stretching. Exhale, soften. One more deep breath, inhale. And exhale, release back through extended child's pose. Take it to the other side. Just swim those left fingertips underneath the right arm. Come to lie on the left cheek. Take a deep inhale. Feel the upper back body stretch. Exhale, soften. One more deep inhale. Exhale, come back through center and start to rise back up through our tabletop position. From here, start to draw the right knee towards the right wrist and then heel toe that right foot over to the left hand side of the mat. Walk that left knee back in space as we come towards our king pigeon posture. So pigeon is quite a deep stretch, and because we're moving through a restorative practice today, we're going to bring some props in. So grab a blanket, you might even use a cushion underneath that right hip, and make sure that you're not cranking that right foot out too far to the left hand side. Just keep it so it's fairly gentle. Once you have all the supports you need, take a deep inhale to lift the head up to the sky, and then exhale, start to fold forward. Again, you can always pop another pillow under the head here. And whenever you're ready, return to the breath. So as we move into our longer hold postures here, I want you to know that you can really take time getting into the posture and use as much support and props as you would like, because the aim of these postures is to really be able to get into that state of deep relaxation. So make sure that you have everything you need supporting the body so that you can really come to stillness. Come back to the rhythm of the breath. And just allow the body to relax and restore itself. The body is so powerful if we give it that space. If we give it that rest that it needs to work its magic. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And then start to press yourself back up, lifting the crown of the head. Move your blanket or your prop out from underneath the hip, and then just roll onto that right hip. Start to bend that left leg so you come into kind of this 90-90 posture. So both the knees should be at about 90. From there, swim the right hand behind the bum and draw the left hand towards the right knee. Inhale to lift up through the crown of the head. Exhale to gently twist. Feel that ringing motion in the spine as you inhale, expand, ribs the belly. Exhale, twist. One more inhale, expand. Exhale, twist. And then release, come back to center, place both hands down and come through that tabletop position, and we'll take it to the other side. So draw the left knee towards the left wrist, heel toe that left foot out to the right hand side, and then walk that right knee back in space. Once again, grabbing your prop, your cushion, or your blanket, or your pillow, making sure you have everything you need to support the body. Inhale, lift the crown of the head up to the sky, and then exhale, start to melt the body forward, grabbing a pillow for underneath the head or placing the head down on the earth. And then, as I say, take your time getting into this posture, but once you're there, see how quickly you can drop in, surrender to the stillness, and anchor yourself in the rhythm of the breath. If the mind begins to wander, you can just notice. No need to judge yourself, just observe and gently bring yourself back to the breath. Take 2 more deep breaths. And then start to lift the head, press into the hands, walk yourself back up, remove your prop, and then roll onto that left hip this time as you start to bring that right knee in to your 90-90. Swim the left fingertips behind the bum, right hand comes to the left knee. We inhale to lift the crown of the head to the sky, exhale to twist. Again, feel that ringing out the spine. Inhale, fill the belly, the ribs. Exhale, twist. Inhale, expand. Exhale, twist. And then release. And this time we'll just swing that right leg all the way around to join the left. We're going to come into a seated wide-legged forward fold here. So bringing the legs a little wider than the mat. They don't have to crank right out, but come to what feels like an appropriate stretch for you. And we're going to grab once again our bolster or our makeshift bolster. And we've got a few different options here. So depending once again on what feels right in your body, you might have your cushions down flat, folding over like this. You might want to prop something underneath the end. If you have a block or a book, you might grab extra blankets. You can also scooch your cushion or your bolster up this way and hold it like that. So have a play around, see what works for you. This will depend on a lot of things in your leg, hip mobility. So find your version. Again, I want this to feel like you can really drop in and relax and release the weight of the body. So use as many props as you need. As you come to your wide-legged forward fold, you can have forehead facing down, or once again, you might turn onto one cheek. Finding your way there. And then once again, returning to the breath. Returning to that gentle rhythm. Inhale, followed by exhale, followed by inhale, followed by exhale. As you just allow the body to do its own work, its own magic. If you're turned to one cheek, you can switch to the other side. Take 2 more slow, deep breaths. And then press into the palms. Lift the head, the chest, the belly, all the way up. From here, we'll get rid of any unnecessary props and we will bring our bolster or our cushion behind us on the mat. So you might need to scoot yourself down a bit. We're going to line it up so it's lengthways and sitting right at the base of the spine, right snuggled up to our hips. And then from here, just gently walking yourself back, laying yourself down onto your bolster, your pillows, whatever you might be using. And we've got an option here to leave the legs out long, or maybe we bend both knees and then bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana, legs reclined butterfly. Then bringing the palms face up and the arms slightly wider than you might expect. Feel that big opening in the heart space, the whole of the front body. You once again take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, fully releasing the weight of the body into the earth, allowing yourself to be held here, to be supported, the ground rising up to meet you. With this big heart opening posture, maybe you notice some feelings, sensations coming to the surface. If you can just be with yourself there, with compassion, with love, hold yourself in this space. You are safe, you are nourished, you are loved. And just breathe. Take 2 more beautiful, loving breaths. And then press into the elbows, press into the hands, lift the torso. And we're going to come down into Shavasana, our final resting posture. So once again, bring any props into play now to get yourself extra comfy. So you might bring a pillow or a bolster under the knees. This can feel really nice in the low back. If you have a blanket, maybe use it now. Maybe you want an extra cushion for the head. Whatever is going to make you feel nourished in this moment, do that. And then when you make your way down, when you've got yourself comfy and cozy and in a little yoga love nest on the mat here, take a deep, deep breath in, filling the lungs, the ribs, the belly, all the way down to the root of the spine with that breath. Then as you exhale out the mouth, sigh to release, to soften. 2 more deep breaths all the way down to the base of the spine as you inhale. Exhale, sigh, and soften. Once more. And fully release the entire weight of the body into the earth. Release any tension in the forehead. Unclench the jaw. Allow the eyeballs to sink back into their sockets. Feel the weight of the skull heavy and held on the earth. The shoulder blades, the arms, the hands and every finger heavy and held on the earth. Release any tension in the belly or the chest. Feel the entire back body and the hips heavy and held by the earth. The weights of the thighs, calves, the feet, and every single toe relaxed, heavy, and held by the earth. As we lie here in complete relaxation, allow yourself these final moments of your practice. Nothing to do, just be. If you feel you want to stay here longer, please do stay as long as you need. If you're ready to close the practice, start to bring a deeper breath back into the body. As you wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. To bend the knees. Roll yourself over to the right hand side, using that right arm as a pillow. Take a couple of breaths in this little cocoon. Before you press your way back up to a comfortable seat. Bring the palms together in front of the heart space. Express some gratitude to yourself for taking the time to really replenish, rest, and nourish your body. You deserve it. Remind yourself that you do not need to earn rest. You are always deserving. Thank yourself for taking this time to fill your own cup so that you can better pour into others. Bow the head to the hands. It's an honor to share this practice. I'll see you next time.